there's nothing you can do. I'm gonna run all over you. I'm looking for new blood, and nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna stop me. Looking for new blood. Most of my life was heavy and hard. So many days, so many scars, but it was all of those years to make who I am, yeah. But I broke through, and here I stand, yeah. Don't try to fight, nothing you can do, I'm gonna run all over you. It's too late to try, there's nothing you can do, I'm gonna run all over you. I'm looking for new blood, and nothing's gonna stop me now. Yeah, I'm looking for new blood, and nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna stop me. Looking for new blood. Yeah, I'm looking for new blood. Yeah.
We got Tech wide open. He'll take a three. He'll hit the three. Clevy. Koski for three. Bang! Ryan Koski.
Come on. And nothing's gonna stop me now.
Fine. Get a drive in. Little
What a
floater.
finish.
Yes. Oh, Robinson. Nice move away and in.
I'm looking for new blood.
And you are looking live at the new Kearney High School Gymnasium. Tonight is the second game of a boys and girls doubleheader between the visiting Omaha Burke Bulldogs and the home Kearney High School Bearcats. Hello, I'm your host Jeff Ekstrom, along with my partners Josh Geralt, Jack McFadden, and Dumi Zawaya. Where tonight it is Burke and Kearney. The girls earlier lost 28-25 to Omaha Burke, and now it is the boys game. But before we dive into some stats and stuff, let's introduce this year's Kearney High School team. So here they are, the 2016-17 Kearney High School varsity roster. We welcome you back live to Kearney for the pregame show between Omaha Burke and Kearney High School. Before we dive into anything, let's give you the starting lineups quick. We'll start with Omaha Burke. Start at the 1 is a 6-foot junior, number 11, Sharif Mitchell. Then is a 6'1 senior, number 20, Jared Rasmussen. A 6'3 sophomore, number 30, Mason Jung. And a 6'6 sophomore, number 34, Chris Hickman. And a 6'6 senior, number 40, Andrew Hendrick. For the Bearcats, it is a 6'1 senior, number 3, Jake Techmeyer. Then is 5'9 senior, number 11, Trey Clevenger. A 6'2 senior, number 24, Ryan Koski. And a 6'6 sophomore, number 43, Shiloh Robinson. And a 6'3 junior, number 44, Cannon Coster. Now I had a chance to interview Coach Baranek this week to kind of see what his thoughts on the season are so far and what they expect here from Burke tonight. So here is the Coach Baranek interview.
Kind of off to a little bit of a rocky start here with losing 2 games out of the first weekend, but you find a lot about your team and how they're going to respond to adversity early, and you make sure we're learning from these losses and finding a way to make ourselves a better team in the long run. So, some things are out of your control, but a lot of things that we were making mistakes on are within our control, and there's things that we can fix. So, with good effort and practice, hopefully we can turn the table a little bit. Burke's got some good athletes. They've got some guys that are very capable basketball players. They're a good team. We've got to be ready to rock and roll, and they got one really dynamic guard that gets after a little bit, and got some nice sized players. So, but for us, it's about us, and it's about us playing the way that we want to play and executing things better than we have up to this point. So one thing that we've really worked on this week in practice is defensive transition, stopping the ball early, and then also offensive transition. Burke doesn't do a very good job of getting back on defense, and then also just our screening game. We haven't set one solid screen all year, so we're going to try to set 50 of them next game. Just make better decisions and talk about it. And we've done some things in practice where we've allowed the defense to foul a bunch and get kids under control. And we want to play a fast game, but a controlled game. And that first game, we kind of threw it around like it was on fire. And I think we'll learn from that. Typically, that's probably not something that we'll do. I think turnovers towards the end of the season will be something that we can do a good job of. And we got very capable ball handlers, guys understand the game good enough. So, it's something that as the season goes on, I think we'll get more comfortable with and make better decisions.
We welcome you live to Kearney. We're just about to tip it off. But first, let's discuss, Jack, what are you expecting here tonight from both of these teams?
I believe it will be a very good game. Burke has a team built around a dynamic player who is Sharif Mitchell. A very solid player offensively and defensively. He made an impact against us last year. Fortunately, we came out of it last year, and we'll see how it turns out this year. But I think it'll be a good game.
So, the Burke beat Kearney 66-64 in overtime last year. That was probably the second weekend of the regular season. And so we have the national anthem here coming up, so we will take a break and we'll come back here with the Kearney High School pregame show. Welcome back to Kearney. As they do introductions here, let's give you a little background. Kearney hasn't faced Omaha Burke, I think, only once since 2003. They lost to them last year 66-64 in overtime. So Burke comes to this game with a record of 1-2, while Kearney comes in with a record of 0-2, seeking their first win. Burke played last night. They played at Papillion La Vista, who was the preseason #1, but they lost in overtime, 64-61, so kept it close there. Their only win came to Omaha Bryan on opening night, 70-46, but then lost to top 5 Omaha North, 71-59 in the Omaha Burke High School tournament. And then for Kearney, opening night last Thursday, lost to Millard West, 71-69 in a close one. Then that Saturday, they lost to Lincoln Northeast, arguably a top 3 team, 62-49. And so Kearney looking to seeking their first win on the home court. So introductions here against Techmeyer and Trey Clevenger. So we'll take another quick break, come back, tip off. You're watching live here in Kearney on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney. We will have tip-off, as it looks like it is Andrew Hendrick, the 6'6 senior, going against the 6'6 sophomore Shiloh Robinson, and in which should be a very entertaining matchup. We are underway. Shiloh wins the tip-off, and it's Trey Clevenger to take it first for Kearney. On the wing to Shiloh, guarded there by Hendrick. Inside to Coster.
They've got a couple lineup switches this game come around. Clevenger's out there instead of Schwartz at the beginning. And then we noticed earlier that Stroh is also not on the lineup. Matt Studi, junior guard, moved up from JV to sit the bench and possibly play.
Cannon Coster there with the opening layup. 30 seconds in, 2-0 Kearney. Great atmosphere at the new Kearney High School second regular season game for here at home. And the shot taken. It is off the mark.
Jake Techmeyer, an impact player for the Bearcats these past 2 weeks. Great finisher. It was a huge role in the Millard West game, even though it was a loss.
Tech and Coster's going to drive in. Stripped there by Jared Rasmussen. And he'll get the steal. Rasmussen down to Sharif Mitchell. Their stud. Takes a deep three off the back iron. Rebounded there by Trey Clevenger. He will bring it up the floor.
We're going to have to watch that all night. Sharif
Techmeyer with the nice finish. 4-0 early.
They also got to watch for 20 Rasmussen. He's a very good shooter out on the perimeter. Along with Sharif, those two are going to be shooting quite a bit tonight.
Sharif Mitchell inside. Adam Henricks, the 6'6 senior.
Good help.
Stripped there, but no, they're going to call the foul on Techmeyer. First of the night.
That's a thing that Shiloh's going to have to work on all season. Tonight, too, is his foul trouble. He's gotten in foul trouble every single game this year, and they need him. The Bearcats need him desperately.
And out of bounds. Bad pass from Mitchell to Rasmussen. And so a turnover. And Kearney has a chance to extend their lead. They up 4-0 early. Clevenger. Ooh. Risky pass, but got it by Coster. Makes a crossover, and they gonna call the travel. Yeah, they will. Coster jumbled a little, caused him to move his feet more steps than he wanted to. And it's Sharif Mitchell. He's one of those guys, but no matter what you do, he's gonna probably score 20 or 25 points a game. Inside to Henrich. He'll lay it up off the board, intercepted there by Shiloh. It'll be Coster down the floor for Koski.
Good execution.
And one! Ryan Koski.
Bearcats spread the floor. They had two guys on opposite corners, which makes for great passing options, and Koski got the finish.
And just to say that this is the complete opposite of the start they had against Millard West here last Thursday.
So hopefully they can keep it going. That was a very slow start for the Bearcats against Millard West.
Koski misses the free throw, but they are up 6-0. Bennett Sharif Mitchell will take it near half court. Passes it over. That's Jung. Over Henrich at the free throw line. Back to Jung. And a foul. Are they going to do? No, they're not going to call it. And foul on Burke. And so a turnover, and it'll be Trey Clevenger. Passes it to Koski.
Bearcats holding a 5-out. Shiloh on the perimeter. He can shoot. We've seen it before. He's made a couple threes this year.
Koski to Coster. Just drive inside, back out to Clevenger. He's going to work around, pass back to Coster. Inside Techmeyer, what a find! Techmeyer finishes. Timeout, Burke, and they need it.
Great start.
8-0 Kearney with 5:12 left in the first. You're watching live on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney. Burke will take it. They trail 8-0. Not even 3 minutes in. Sharif Mitchell. Off the screen, guarded there by Koski.
Sharif working.
And then it's there to Tyson Gunter. And it's Mitchell, back to Gunter. And we try to work off the screen. Back out to Jung. Jung.
Good defense by Tech.
And it's Mitchell off the screen by Jung. He's going to cut. Back out to Gunter. Work it side. Finish it. And they're going to call it on Techmeyer. So it's an and one play. Good play there by Gunter.
Veronic got a little excited there. He called a little too early.
And that's Techmeyer's second foul of the night. So Carson Schwartz will come in. I think that's a smart lineup move by Veronic, is to bring Schwartz off the bench. A lot of pressure being a starting sophomore. So Coster with the rebound. And now it is Trey Clevenger.
They got to be careful with that. Tech is a huge contributor for this team.
Shiloh Robinson.
Be a huge loss if he didn't.
To Ryan Koski. Carson Schwartz. Back to Coster again. It's Shiloh Robinson inside to Schwartz. Oh, he can't handle it. But back out to Shiloh, but they're going to call him. He stepped out.
It's all right. He's just got to get those jitters out.
Tough being a sophomore, being on the starting lineup just as Cannon Coster. He started as a sophomore last year.
And it's such a huge difference coming from just the game speed between JV and varsity. Talking to Carson about it, it makes a world difference.
Shot there by Jung. He gets it, so they cut the lead in half. But it's Coster down the floor. They're going to call a foul before there's a block.
You can always count on Coster to finish strong. That's what he does best down low. All the time, he's a great, strong finisher at the basket.
So foul called on Tyson Gunter. So Coster will go to the free throw line, also known as the charity strike. Hits the first one. Brent Barth will check in for Carson Schwartz. Second free throw for Coster. is good. So Coster hits both, and it's 10-4 with 3:45 left in this first quarter. Gunter guarded there by Trey Clevenger, otherwise known as Clevy. Sharif Mitchell. He's going to take a shot for the free throw line, and he hits it. Nice move there by Sharif Mitchell. Back down the floor for Coster. He'll try to go up. Off the boards, rebounded there by Henrik, but stolen away, but they're going to call a foul.
Good heads-up play on defense by Cannon. Unfortunately, he couldn't come away without a clean steal.
Ten to 6, 3:20 left. Kearney leads by 4. Sharif Mitchell.
Burke working a 5-out. They're trying to get Mitchell to drive in. Such a shifty player. He's great at finishing one-on-one, one-on-two. He gets in that lane. He's hard to guard.
And they're going to call the foul on Brent Barth. Excuse me, they're going to call it on Koski. And Mitchell will pass it in to Chris Hickman. Now back to Jung, back to Mitchell, inside to Hickman. Guard by Shiloh and Koski. Koski will get the steal. He'll bring it up the floor to Clevenger. Work it around. Almost mishandled it there. Back to Koski, now to Coster.
They've got Shiloh down low.
Henrik is down there with them. Shiloh will try to get inside. They're going to call a push on Henrik. And it looks like Techmeyer will check back in, and that will put Brent Barth out. So Clevenger got Techmeyer out. Clevenger to Coster. Now back to Koski. They're working a 5 and out. Techmeyer, excuse me, back to Koski. Now to Coster. Thought about the 3, but didn't take it. Coster has an open 3. Yes!
Good shot.
Cannon Coster. 3-pointer, 13-6. 2.5 minutes left in the opening quarter. And it's Tyson Gunter. Inside to Chris Hickman. Back out for Jung.
Working that high post, Burke.
Inside to Hickman. He'll just go over everyone, but can't hit it.
The Bearcats are working that fire trap down low, which is working great right now. Once Burke gets it down to that big man, they're bringing down a guy to trap him while Burke's working that high post.
Henrik got the rebound, but he stepped out, so it'll be Kearney ball. So Chris Hans in for Chris Hickman. Not a size differential, as they're both 6'6". Trey Clevenger brings it up the floor. 1-on-1 with Tyson Gunter. Passes on to Koski, inside to Coster. Back to Barth. Thought about the 3, inside to Shiloh. Shiloh can go up for it. They can call the foul. He will. He'll draw it. I think they're going to call it on Hans. And they will call it on Hans. And so Shiloh will take 2 free throws. First one off the mark. And we get, for the first time this season, we get to see Sam Straka.
Junior guard, good shooter. Decently tall. He's got good defense. Great asset to the team.
He is 6'2" to be exact. Shiloh hits the second free throw, so it makes it 14-6. Sharif Mitchell. Go there by Shiloh, but then back outside. It's Gung. Gonna take a step back and he'll hit it. Good work there by Mason Gung. 14-8 with Clevenger. Back to Koski, to Brant Barth. Gonna go inside on Young. Gonna drop it off to Shiloh, but it's a turnover. Tyson Gunter.
2-on-1.
To Sharif Mitchell, he'll lay it in. Fast pace right now. Down the floor for Shiloh. Straka was open, but he didn't get a chance. Barth, now to Clevenger. Back to Shiloh on Henrik.
Bearcats working a wheel cut.
Now it's
Double
Brett Barth.
screen.
Thought about it, but didn't take it. Shiloh again. Now back to Sam Straka. Then to Ryan Koski, working on Sharif Mitchell. And what do we got here? Off the ball foul, and so turnover. Off. So it'll be turnover for Kearney. And Burke has a chance to make it a one-possession game.
Rowdy's getting fired up, doing their job.
Best rowdies in the state, in my opinion. Sharif Mitchell working on Ryan Koski at the near sideline. And it looks like they are going to hold it for the last shot, or try to. Koski is going to back off, take a second. I'm going to stand around now with Tyson Gunter. Starts moving, and that's what starts it.
Looking to set the high screen. Sharif working.
And it's Gunter for three. No, off the back rim. Rebound there by Shiloh. Down the floor. Kenny Costa behind the back, but he turns it over, and that does it for the first quarter. Kearney leads 14-10 with second quarter coming up. You're watching live on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney as we begin the second quarter. The Bearcats lead 14-10. Leading the way for the Bearcats was Cannon Koster. He had 7 points to go along with 1 rebound.
Bearcats in a lot better place this go-around compared to last week against Millard West. They really need to come out strong.
Sharif Mitchell at the top of the key. Tyson Gunter. Then to Jung. Look at the Sharif Mitchell. Back across to Gunter. Almost overshot him, and he's going to cut inside against Koster. Takes the shot off the mark. Hans will try to get it, and he threw it off Shiloh, so it will stay down there. So it'll be Jared Rasmussen. Clevenger on defense. Pass it down for Sharif Mitchell. Look behind him. Thought he almost stepped over the half-court line, but he didn't.
Hans.
Mitchell for three.
For
no, in and out. Rebound there by Jake Techmeyer. And he'll take it up the floor. We're going, behind the back, but stolen by Mitchell. Got a little too fancy, Koster. Will not go after it. So Mitchell with some quick points. Down the floor for Shiloh. For Techmeyer. Back out to Koster after the point. Working on Jung. He'll work inside, foul. And doesn't get the roll, but he will go to the charity strike with a chance to hit 2.
Koster's such a versatile player with his strength down low, working it in, down, and he can shoot. It's something teams definitely have to watch for, especially with being one of the top average scoring players in the state as a junior.
Missed the first one. Hit the back iron too much. Koster averaged 16.8 points last season.
As a sophomore, which is crazy.
Hits the second one. So 15-12, but it is a one-possession game. It is Tyson Gunter working on Jake Techmeyer. Clevenger working on Jared Rasmussen. He'll take a 3. In and out. And it's taken there by Shiloh.
Hans tried doing the same.
Tried to throw it off his man.
Yeah, throw it off Shiloh, but Shiloh caught it that time.
Ryan Koski off the back end. Jared Rasmussen. Out top to Sharif Mitchell. Over to Tyson Gunter. And then the corner to Mason Jung.
Burke trying to work Hans in. Shiloh playing good defense.
Rasmussen looking inside again. They want to go to Hans. They do. Post play, nice
Great D
block.
by Shiloh. Doing
Cannon
exactly what
Coster.
he needs to do. Keeping his hands up, staying strong.
Techmeyer to Coster. He'll drive inside and he'll lay it in. A beautiful finish. 17-12.
I think a little part of every one of us wanted to see a Coster dunk right at that moment.
Oh, I did it.
Those are the best. We haven't seen one in a little while.
Tyson Gunter. Back to Sharif Mitchell. He'll go inside. Lays it up and got it. And it's Trey Clevenger. Back to Jake Techmeyer. Looks, he's going to cut inside. He's going to, threw it up, got fouled, so he'll go to the line.
Foul, number 11, Sharif Mitchell, his second.
Sharif Mitchell's second. It'd be nice if Mitchell got in some foul trouble. Get him out of there.
Bearcats would appreciate that, I'm sure. Fortunately, Techmeyer has 2 as of right now, am I correct? 2 fouls, yeah.
Techmeyer misses the first one. He is a lefty. Second one. Good. Goes 1 for 2 again. They lead by 4, 18-14, 5.5 minutes. Here in the second quarter, Tyson Gunter will bring it up the floor. And that is out to Xavier Watts. Mitchell. Working one-on-one with Ryan Koski. Gets off the screen. He is really shifty. Tyson Gunter.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Off Xavier Watts. Bad pass. Too hard of a pass it looked like, and so it's a turnover.
I agree completely with what you said earlier. Sharif Mitchell is one of those players where no matter what, honestly, he will probably score 20 points a game on you. It just depends on if he's on or not.
So it's going to be about containing the supporting players. Clevenger to Coster. Going to go inside. He's going to get fouled and one. Wow, what a play.
Great finish by Coster.
Body was going the other way than he was facing the basket, so even tougher. So we'll look to complete the and one. Brant Barth checks in. And one is good.
3-point play by the Bearcats.
So it will be Sharif Mitchell who will bring it up. Koski defending all game. And it's Chris Hickman. Now to Gunter. He'll drive inside. It was blocked. Koski with the rebound. Koski one-on-one with Tyson Gunter. Pass it to Coster for 3. In and out. Just about had it. Sharif Mitchell drives inside. Ooh. They're going to call the foul on Clevenger on the floor. It is the first of the night. 5th of this half. We got some Christmas carols going on here. Kearney the Rowdies getting into the holiday spirit.
'Tis the season.
Sharif Mitchell inside. It's off the mark. It is rebounded by Koski, and they're going to call the foul on Mitchell. So that's 3. And it looks like they're going to have to take him out for the remainder of the half.
Bearcats' prayers seem to have answered as of right now.
Parker Ryan will check in. That is Burke's 8th foul, so there will be a 1-on-1 for Ryan Koski. 0 for 1 from the free throw line tonight. The first one, the 1-1, is off the mark, so he's 0 for 2. Rebound there looked like by Andrew Henrich. And it's Parker Ryan to Xavier Watts. Back to Tyson Gunter. Screen by Hickman. Back out to Ryan. And into Enrich. Back out to Gunter. Nice move. Xavier
Good
to Watts.
execution by Burke.
Off the back iron. Rebound there by Trey Clevenger.
Trying to work it without their X factor, Sharif. But that was good execution by Burke on that that series right there.
Take advantage now because Mitchell will most likely be out the rest of the half. As Coster tried to get inside but hit off the foot. So that's a kicking ball violation. Techmeyer checks back in for Brant Barth. It'll be Jake Techmeyer, the senior. Passes back to another senior, Trey Clevenger. Cuts inside. What a move by Coster. And he slams it home! Cannon Coster made a wonderful cut to the inside. Xavier Watts for three. No, that's an air ball. Shiloh Robinson with another rebound.
Cannon had 12 dunks last year, and we finally see
Techmeyer. Air ball, but Coster with the rebound. He'll get blocked and draw the foul.
Draws it. Coster had 12 dunks last year, and we finally see one come out of him that brings the spirit out of the team. That's great to see. That's exciting. Always exciting.
He has 15 points. And we're not even into the first half here. 3:12 left in the second quarter. Coster will be at the free throw line for two. This is the one off the front rim. He is 4 for 6 tonight. Brock Marlette checks in. One of the other seniors on this team.
Bearcats slowly pulling away from Burke with their strong start.
Coster makes the second one, so that extends it to a double-digit lead, 24-14. Gunter passes down. Ooh, got it there on Xavier Watts.
Press.
Ooh, a foul call. Looked like he stripped it. I mean, usually if you get it stripped like that, you usually don't see a foul because he has the ball down low instead of up high.
He didn't have great control over the ball.
So they'll call it on Trey Clevenger, his second foul of the night. And so it is Xavier Watts off the mark. Rebound there by Shiloh Robinson. Gronkowski, Trey Clevenger. Drive inside, back out to Techmeyer for Coster for three. Oh,
Damn.
baby, you betcha. 27-14.
Every time he makes one of those, he becomes more dangerous. With his shooting ability and his driving ability, teams have got to watch out for that.
And it's Mason Jung. Tries to get inside. Off the front rim. Rebound there by Ryan Koski. Trey Clevenger. Koski inside to Coster. Off the mark. So turnover. But it's Tyson Gunter bring up the floor. Watts thought about it.
Bearcats have got to stop balling a team like this with a very fast lineup.
Mason Jung back to Gunter. Now back to Jung. Far sideline. Near side now is Xavier Watts. Wants to go inside but doesn't. To Jung back out to Tyson Gunter. One-on-one with Jake Techmeyer.
Tech was giving
spin
him some
stolen
space.
away by Shiloh, but he can't get control of it before it goes out of bounds. So it will stay down here on this end. And so Barth will check in for Ryan Koski. And Carson Schwartz will check in for Jake Techmeyer. Exactly 2 minutes to go. Bearcats lead 27-14. And Xavier Watts outside to Chris Hans. Now back out to Gunter. He's been the main point guard since Sharif Mitchell is out. Inside, Chris Hickman. He'll go up with it. Off the mark. They get call over the back. And they will. On Chris Hickman. And so he'll go to the line. I think for two. Yep, they're going to shoot two for Carson Schwartz. He could get on the board for tonight, and he does.
In for Burke, number 23, Jack Livingston.
Second free throw is good. 2 for 2.
Free throw is always an important factor in a game. The Bearcats have proven to be consistently good at them.
Barth.
Helped them last week against Millard West, keeping it a close game.
Nice hit out there. Jack Livingston, the 6'4" senior in there. Gunter back out to Livingston. Now back to Tyson Gunter, guarded there by Coster. Back to inside the point. Inside, yeah, they're going to call Barth on the foul there. And they're going to be a 1-and-1. Barth first. Techmeyer checks back in for Carson Schwartz, and Ryan Koski checks in for Brant Barth. Burke trying to find answers.
Still working out with Sharif. Burke's trying to make their way through the end of this half.
Okay, misses it. Ooh, off Coster though.
Yeah.
So we'll stay down here.
It's all right.
Livingston back out. Gunter at half court. 1-on-1 Jake Techmeyer. Pass it out to Livingston inside to Hickman. Guarded by Coster.
Coster, strong defense.
But Hickman got stretched, got it back though, and put it up and in. And it's Coster. Shiloh Robinson inside.
Great drive.
Great play. Shiloh Robinson.
Such long arms. Got to the rim fast on that one. And he finished it. That's important.
Timeout by Burke. We'll take it with them. 1:06 left in this first half. 31-16. Bearcats. Welcome back to Kearney, where Burke will take it out under their own hoop. They trail by 15, 31-16 with a minute 05 on the clock in the second quarter. Tyson Gunter take it up, guarded there by Carson Schwartz, the sophomore. Set screen there by Jung. We'll give it to Jung. He'll take a jumper. It is off the mark. It is rebounded there by Brant Barth. And Carson Schwartz will take it up. Fakes the pass. Talk about making three. Barth now inside to Robinson. Now to Koski. Back to Schwartz. Only two starters out there right now for the Bearcats, and Koski and Shiloh.
Bearcats definitely expanding their horizons in terms of the lineup this week. Bringing in Barth and Marlette and Studi. Seems to be working out for them. I mean,
yeah, look at the scoreboard. 10 seconds left. Brant Barth to Ryan Koski. Inside, goes up. And off the mark, no foul called. He probably was looking for it. Robinson for Marlette at the buzzer. Air ball. But Kearney has to be happy with the halftime result. They lead Omaha Burke 31-16 at halftime. When we come, we'll have the halftime report coming up. We'll give you some stats. Try to get other scores around the state. Again, Kearney leads 31-16 at halftime. Halftime report coming up here on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney for the halftime report. Kearney leads 31-16 at halftime. And we'll get you some halftime stats. First, we'll start with Omaha Burke.
Kearney. Okay, Burke. Burke, we got leading scorer is Sharif with 8. Unfortunately, Sharif had to come out of the game early with foul trouble. Next we go Mason Jung, the sophomore, who's been playing great. He was the kid who hit the three-pointer to tie it up yesterday against Papillion. Quite far behind the arc. And then you got trailing with just 2 is Chris Hickman and Tyson Gunner behind him. So you got Sharif and Mason Jung leading for the for Burke Bulldogs.
And for Kearney, leading the way is the junior guard, Cannon Coster. He's got 19 points along with 3 rebounds. And behind him at a pretty good margin is Jake Techmeyer, 5 points with 1 rebound. Then it's Shiloh Robinson, 3 points along with 5 rebounds. Carson Schwartz with 2 points with no rebounds. And then Ryan Koski, 2 points with 3 rebounds. No real foul trouble for the Bearcats. Trey Clevenger and Jake Techmeyer both have 2, but that's the most out of everybody. And so, again, Kearney leads 31-16. We'll take another break. And when we come back, we will have scores from around the state and tip-off for second half. Welcome back to Kearney for the halftime report. Kearney again leads 31-16 at halftime. Now earlier today we had the girls game between Burke and Kearney, and the Kearney girls just fell short. They lost 28-25. They now are 1-2. So let's get you some scores around the state. Big one, we got Omaha Central leading Lincoln High 28-20 at halftime. Also in Class A is the Battle of Papillion. Papillion La Vista South leads Papillion La Vista 19-14. Again, Papillion La Vista South, Papillion La Vista, was the preseason number 1, but they lost to Bellevue West, so that kind of troubled their stock down in the rankings. And so along with that, in Class B, at the end of the first quarter, York leads Lexington 16-7.
The Bearcats coming out strong. in the first quarter, and they continued it in the second quarter. It was 14-10 at the end of the first, and the Bearcats ended up outscoring Burke 17-6 in the second quarter, which is huge, holding them only to 6 points and increasing their score. Bearcats looking great right now, and that's what they need. Unfortunately, they came out and they lost 2 games against, you don't ever want to start 0-2, but the 2 teams that they did lose to are very good teams,
They're very
top
good
10
teams.
teams.
And one of them, Creighton Prep, who they didn't play but was in the same tournament, they lost 2 games into. At the end of the first quarter, lead Lincoln East 26-18. And also Lincoln Southwest and Miller North at halftime are tied at 27. And also got a final in Class B. You got Boys Town losing today 60-58. So of course Boys Town has I don't remember his name, but has a top recruit who actually committed to West Virginia. Also broke in Class C, Broken Bow has beaten Ord 46-40 in that matchup. And so here we go. Jake Techmeyer will take it up the floor to start off the second half.
Tech was in foul trouble the first half. Hopefully he can have that under control the second half.
Shiloh Robinson was stripped, but Techmeyer gets it back. Clevenger to Coster. Looks for 3, drives in. He's going to tuck it over and 1. Wasn't a clear dunk, but gets the foul and lays it in.
As long as he makes it, gets the job done. That's what they need. I mean, a dunk is always greatly appreciated, but
it's fun for us fans to view. Coster misses the 3-point free throw.
Sharif back in, coming off of foul trouble. 3 fouls in the first half. They had to take him out halfway through the second quarter.
Chris Hickman double teamed, but he gets it over and lays it in. And it's Trey Clevenger up the floor for Coster. Looks to shoot, but doesn't. Then to Clevenger. To Jake Techmeyer, guarded by Sharif Mitchell. Now to Coster, guarded by Andrew Henrik. Drives inside. Ooh, back to Techmeyer. Techmeyer wanted to cut in. Coster wanted him to stay there. Sharif Mitchell, the drive, lays it up off the backboard, but rebounded by Andrew Hendrich, and he lays it in. But Bearcats still lead by 13, 33-20. Coster, guarded by Chris Hickman. That's up for Shiloh Robinson. He's going to drive inside, but no, pass it back out. Coster passes it to Jake Techmeyer. The Clevenger going to drive inside. Open lane, but back out to Koski for 3. Off the back end of the rim. Rebounded there by Jared Rasmussen. Rasmussen to Mason Young for 3. He hit it. Mason Young. And Burks came out firing here in the second half. And timeout by head coach Drake Baranek. And we'll take it along with them. 6:19 left here in this third quarter. Kearney leads 33-23 on BSN. And welcome back to Kearney, where the Bearcats will have possession. They lead by 10. And Shiloh Robinson inside to Coster. Couldn't handle it, but he goes up. Is blocked by Chris Hickman. But Techmeyer fighting on the defense. But it's Sharif Mitchell, brings it up.
Pressing the floor.
Moves it side. Ooh, nice. Move there, but rebounded there by Ryan Koski.
Sharif not having a great night tonight with his foul trouble, and he's missed quite a few shots.
Coster thinking about it.
Bearcats working a 5 out.
Techmeyer drives it side, and then what are they going to call? Jump ball. So Burke will have it back as they still trail by 10, but They've been playing well to begin this second half. They have 7 points compared to the Bearcats 2 to start the third quarter. Sharif Mitchell. Give me work, go inside. Give me a step back. He'll hit it. Sharif Mitchell.
Just taking things into his own hands.
And a turnover.
Bearcats decide to throw it away.
Momentum going toward Burks. Down the floor. Faces Young. Inside, a foul and one.
Everything going Burke's way right now. Seems to be the opposite for the Bearcats in terms of last week, where they came out slow and then started the third quarter unbelievably great. Right now it's pretty much the opposite.
Robinson's first foul of the night. Nice to see that.
That's a good stat to see for the Bearcats. They want to see that getting cut down for the rest of the season.
Hit the free throw. Koski thought about the three, but Coster out of Clevenger thought about it again. Inside, Robinson works his way up and laid in. Great play there by Shiloh Robinson. Sharif Mitchell to Jared Rasmussen. Guarded there by Trey Clevenger. Inside, almost stole
help
away.
by Shiloh.
Hickman goes up, off the back iron. Rebound there by Andrew Henrich. Clevenger to Coster. They're up by 5. Shiloh, guarded by Chris Hickman. Gonna drive inside. He's gonna get fouled. Looked like he wanted to go up and dunk it. But Henrich went up and fouled him, so Shiloh will shoot 2. He is 1 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Henrich is third. Robinson, a little strong. This is the first one. Barth comes in for Techmeyer.
Burke cut down the 15-point deficit, excuse me, to a 5-point in a matter of 3.5 minutes. That was a fast beginning to a third quarter. Bearcats have got to look to change something up.
Robinson misses both. Xavier Watts to Sharif Mitchell. Jared Rasmussen, he'll shoot a deep 3, and he hit it. Wow. Clevenger. Burke has come all the way back. They trail by 2. Koski to Clevenger. Back to Coster. Ryan Koski thought about the 3. Back out to Barth. To Clevenger. Guarded there by Rasmussen.
Bearcats are really looking for something inside. You've been saying it. They've had a lot of thoughts right now on the arc.
And what are they going to do? It's going to be off Hickman.
On the inside.
Tried to throw it inside to Robinson. A little high for him. But it went off Hickman, so they will be down there on Kearney's end. Stay down there. So Techmeyer will bring it out. Burke's got Kearney sweating a bit. They've come all the way back and only trail by 2. Koski to Coster.
Bearcats being patient.
Shiloh Robinson. Back to Techmeyer. He'll drive inside against Young. He'll get the foul. He'll get the basket at 1. Jake Techmeyer.
There's the Tech we know.
Great finish there. And a chance to complete a 3-point play.
Bearcats need someone like that to step up at a time like this where Burke's coming on so strong.
Techmeyer can't complete the 3-point play. Jay Rasmussen will bring it up the floor. Then to Sharif Mitchell. Kearney's actually done a pretty good job of containing Mitchell tonight.
Definitely.
Mitchell, oh, nice cut. He'll shoot one off the front iron. Rebounded there by Mitchell, though. He'll go back up and in and out. Wow, that looked like that was going to go in. Rebounded by Coster. Down the floor for Techmeyer. Ooh, almost went in. Jared Rasmussen guarded there by Techmeyer again. 37-33, 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Kearney leads. Rasmussen dishes inside. There's a man wide open.
Good
but tipped by Shiloh. Koski hustles, but goes out of bounds. Great play, though, by Shiloh with those long arms of his to get in the way of that basketball. That would have been an easy basket. So Mitchell works on Koski. Koski's been guarding Mitchell almost all night.
Bearcats providing great help D on a Sharif.
Young inside, and it's going to go back the other way.
Great
charge
defensive play.
on Young. His third. So it will be Kearney will take over off the charge. Mason Jung. It'll be Trey Clevenger. Working on Sharif Mitchell to Techmeyer, who'll go inside. He will finish. Jake Techmeyer.
Senior guard stepping up when they need him most.
39-33. Back to Xavier Watts. And Thomas Jung. Rowdies. Getting pretty rowdy down there. Hickman inside. Blocked.
Great defense by Shiloh. Doing a great job of keeping his hands up down low. Staying away from those fouls.
Down the floor. Trey Clevenger. DeCosta for three. Off the front rim. Rebound by
Great
Shiloh.
rebound.
Who they can
And they
call
call
a foul on Hickman. Fifth foul this half for
Rasmussen seems to talk about the ref about Shiloh putting his hands over him, and we can see it from here. Shiloh's hands are straight up.
Yeah, they were straight. So Koster will be the passer. The inbound. Rasmussen still having a conversation with the referee. You gotta be careful though. Koster will pass it out. Inside to Techmeyer. And what do you call a travel? Now,
That's hard to pick out. That's hard to see.
so I didn't see much movement from his feet down there. But that's why we're not the refs.
Yeah.
So, Sharif Mitchell loses the ball a bit. Koski doesn't go after it. Mitchell. His shiftiness.
He's got a basketball swagger to him, I'd say. That.
Yeah. Mitchell for three.
The short shorts and the short socks.
His man bun power.
His dad was a good collegiate basketball player. Cincinnati, I believe.
So, it is Robinson. Back to Koski. Clevenger. Worked there by Jack Livingston. 6'4" compared to 5'9". Koski in the corner to Clevenger. Back out to Shiloh. Looks inside, but back out to Jacob Techmeyer. Koski drives in. He'll draw the foul. Who are they going to call it on? And they're going to call it on Jack Livingston. His first of the night. And so Koski will go to the free throw line. He is 0 for 2. First one is good. Barth checks in for Clevenger. Second one. Ooh, in and out. And so it'll be Xavier Watts. Passes Sharif Mitchell.
Setting up for Sharif.
He's going to shoot a deep three. Yes! Sharif Mitchell hitting another deep three. And Kearney leads by 1. Robinson thought about it inside to Koster, and they're going to call a foul on Xavier Watts. And I think, yep, that'll be 1 and 1. Koster will go to the free throw line. He is 6 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. That is Watts' second foul. First one is good by Koster. Second one is good as well. So 42-39.
Koski working on Sharif.
A little over 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. And it looks like Mitchell's going to hold it for the last shot. He's been on fire, hitting 2 big threes.
Got to be careful. Koski's out guarding far after that deep 3 that he just hit.
Mitchell makes a cut. Go to Watts. Go back out to Hans. He'll take a shot. In and out. Out of bounds. And it's going to be going. We'll see what they point.
Bearcat ball, I believe. He called. Nope.
Oh, they're going to go to Burke. I think he pointed to Kearney, then back to Burke. Jack Livingston will take it out. Back out. Off. Who is it off? And it's off Rasmussen.
And it goes Bearcats ball.
Barth looked like he might have got a hand in there. But wins off Rasmussen first. Or last. So, back out. Ooh, almost stolen away by Mitchell. Techmeyer's got to hurry. He'll take out the buzzer. Oh, off the back, almost banked it in. But at the end of 3, Kearney leads 42-39. You're watching live here on Bearcat Sports Network. Fourth quarter coming up.
Did you see the...
We welcome you live back to Kearney. Fourth quarter. And it's Trey Clevenger to bring it up the floor, guarded by Jared Rasmussen. To Ryan Koski. Back to Shiloh. The 6'6 sophomore. Gonna go inside, spins, lays it in. What a move by Shiloh Robinson. His Afro power to get that one in. Sharif Mitchell to Chris Hans. Guarded there by Shiloh. Xavier Watts. Jared Rasmussen back to Watts. Wants to go inside. He does to Hans. Hans back out to Jack Livingston. He'll go inside, and they're going to call the foul on Shiloh. Shiloh's his only second foul. He's had trouble with fouling early on the season. Has fouled out in both games coming into this one tonight. Fouled out against Millard West and fouled out against Lincoln Northeast. And it's actually only Kearney's second foul of the half, so very disciplined. What are they going to call here? A shooting foul or what? So Livingston will go to the line.
And Burke's got to be careful with the single bonus on right now. That could hurt them if they're not careful.
Look at that crowd of rowdies. Misses the first one. Second one by Livingston. No good. Off the back iron. Rebounded there by Shiloh Robinson.
Rowdy's doing their job, and he gets the ball back.
Stolen. But Techmeyer
Good
back
hustle.
out. Robinson
Great
got
hustle
it.
by Jake Techmeyer.
Great athletic play by Techmeyer. Clevenger. At the point, looking around. DeCoster. Inside to Robinson. He'll go up. Oh, almost got it in. Rebounded there by Koski.
Great move by Koski.
Oh, and out again.
Can't
And what
get
they
it.
could call? They could call a foul. I think they're calling on Rasmussen. Oh, actually, no, they're going to call on the Bearcats. Bronick clocked there for a second, so I thought it was on Burke. But it's on Techmeyer, his third. This late in the game, not much. There's 2 fouls to give. So Mitchell's going to let it roll.
It's interesting.
Considering there's 6:45 left in here. Plenty of clock.
Maybe that's some of that basketball swagger we were talking about.
44-39. Chris Hans back out to Jared Rasmussen. And it's Tyson Gunter. We haven't seen him in a while. He's back in. Coster guarding Mitchell. Probably the 2 best players on the floor.
Shiloh with help.
Gunter inside to Hans. Back out to Mitchell. He
he's
missed
gotta
lots
be
and
careful.
Coster gets it. Makes a crossover.
Oh.
Mitchell steals it back.
4-on-1.
But Coster pops it back up and Techmeyer gets it back.
That's crazy.
Techmeyer up the floor. Gonna go inside. Foul. Oh, almost got it. But he will draw the foul and he will shoot 2. Rasmussen's second foul of the night. And Techmeyer will look to extend this 5-point lead. First one off the back iron. Now Techmeyer's second one. Up and in. So Tyson Gunter will bring it down. Techmeyer guarding him. Crowd is getting pretty loud. Gunter gets inside, draws the foul on Techmeyer, his 4th. Techmeyer not happy. We'll see Bronick is going to go to the bench. He will. Barth will check in for Techmeyer. And he's
Definitely hurts the Bearcats. Jake is an important role on their team in terms of the way he can finish and get to the hoop.
So we probably won't see him here probably until like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
So Brant Barth, the 6'1 senior, will check in and try to do his job. Free throw is missed. Rowdy's doing a great job.
Doing a great job. That was.
So Trey Clevenger working on Sharif Mitchell to Shiloh Robinson. Mitchell stripped it a little, but Robinson got it back. Clevenger.
Still got Cannon down low. They've been working Cannon. Probably what they see as a mismatch in terms of down low. Cannon's a very strong player.
It's Xavier Watts. He's only 6 foot. Now he's on to Tyson Gunner. That's a mismatch down there. Shiloh can take a 3 off the back rim. Rebounded there by Rasmussen.
And he can shoot. I mean, he doesn't shoot very often, but
He can hit him if he needs to. Rasmussen worked on by Trey Clevenger. Back out to Sharif Mitchell. Koski is guarding him. Back out to Gunter. Then back for Watts for 3.
Contested.
No. Rebound by Chris Hans. Back up. Nothing. But rebounded again. Goes back up. Oh. And they're going to call it on Shiloh. I thought I saw a ball, but
that's what I saw.
it could be different from since we're up here and they're down there. It is Robinson's only his 3rd. One more quick one, and that's trouble. Hans misses the first one. Burke hasn't been able to hit their free throws as of late.
No, they have not.
Give credit to the Rowdies. Here's Chris Hans. Second one is good. So 45-40, Kearney. Trey Clevenger will bring it up the floor. Working. Sharif Mitchell guarding him. Coster.
Burke pressing up court.
Drives in. Shiloh for 3. Off. And
Good shot.
It is rebounded by Mitchell. He'll bring it up the floor. Back out to Jared Rasmussen. 4-3. Yes.
That was a quick shot.
And Burke will call the timeout, and they only trail by 2. 4:35 left, 45-43 Kearney. You're watching live here on the Bearcat Sports Network. We welcome you back live here to the new Kearney High School Gymnasium. The Bearcats' first year in the newly constructed Kearney High School. Jake Techmeyer, they lead by 2 over Omaha Burke with 4.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Coster inside to Robinson, guarded by Hans. He's going to go inside.
By Shiloh.
Lay it up. Oh, couldn't get it there. And so Burke will have a chance to either tie it or take the lead. I don't think Burke's ever led this game.
No, they haven't.
Mitchell for 3 to take the lead. And he gets fouled. And Koski's not happy about it. So,
very rarely do players get contested threes and the foul.
And I think Mitchell is going to take 3 free throws.
See if the Rowdies can work their magic.
They do. So Burke will not be able to take the lead. Second one is good. The third one to tie it is good. So it is a tie game. 4 minutes left. Kearney led by 16 at halftime. Koski, the Cannon Coster. Back to Koski. He'll try to go inside on Xavier Watts. Coster thought about it. Thought about it again. To Clevenger.
It's not really something you usually see Coster hesitate on.
No, not usually. Shiloh. Back to Coster. Guarded by Andrew Henrich. He's going to drive inside. Step back. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Henrich. And so Burke will have a chance to take the lead. Mitchell, very shifty. And it's barred loose by Henrich. Gets it back. .320 left. Jared Rasmussen goes for 3. I don't know. Yeah, but say that's a travel. So Rasmussen turns it over. It'll be Trey Clevenger who will bring it up the floor. Tie game, 3:10 left. Techmeyer up the screen. Back to Coster for 3. Yes!
Hesitate that time.
Cannon Coster for 3.
He did not hesitate on that one.
Is there going to be a foul called? And they're going to call it on Koski, his 3rd of the night. And so it will be a 1-1. Mitchell will shoot him. First one is good. Now the second one is also good. So it's a 1-point game. Kearney 48, Burke 47. Trey Clevenger to Ryan Koski. To Jake Techmeyer. Coster back to Clevey. Shiloh is open at the point.
Bearcats holding on to their 1 point. lead.
Coster's going to drive in. Gets a foul called. Ooh, almost got the and one, but he'll take the free throws. What do they call it on? I think we're calling 40. Andrew Henrich. Gets a foul called, his fourth. And Coster will go to the line. First one is good.
Coster's done a good job of free throws tonight. What is he? Getting this.
So about 9 of 11.
That's very
10
good.
out of 12. So hitting the free points. 50-47. 2.5 minutes left. Inside, the Hans double teamed. He'll pass it. And Watts will get it. He'll put it back up and good. Xavier Watts, 1 point game. Techmeyer. Rasmussen guards him. Passes it to Shiloh Robinson.
Giving Shiloh some space.
Shiloh has it for a while. He'll dribble with it. Now the Techmeyer guarded by Xavier Watts.
He's not giving him any room.
Techmeyer.
Tech with 4 fouls.
Coster.
Bearcats working a widespread 5 out. Trying to get some space for some driving.
Rasmussen and Hans are the ones down by the paint. Coster finds an opening. He's going to take it back out to Clevenger. Techmeyer, ooh. Looked like Techmeyer could have just stepped in and took a three.
That's what this widespread 5 out does a great job of doing, is driving.
Coster up off the rim. And Robinson with a great offensive rebound.
They're going to drive, and if they can't get to the rim, they're going to kick it out, hopefully to man the arc that's wide
open.
And
a foul on Henrich, and he is out. That's Henrich's 5th. And I think that's 2 free throws for Coster.
Bearcats at double bonus.
And that's pretty big because that takes out one of their 6-6 posts. But they got 2 others, Chris Hickman and Chris Hans, and it'll be Chris Hickman who will come in. Hickman was in the starting lineup tonight. So Coster will go to the free throw line. 10 for 12 tonight. Makes the first one. The very important free throws coming down for probably both teams. The second one from Coster. In and out. So Sharif Mitchell. Working on Koski, going to drive inside. He's going to lay it up, and this game is tied. Under a minute to go. Timeout by Burke. 51-51. 57.7 seconds left in this fourth quarter. You're watching live here on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney. Under a minute to go. This game is tied at 51 apiece. Again, Kearney led 31-16 at halftime. It'll be Jake Techmeyer. 4 fouls. Take it up the floor. Guarded by Sharif Mitchell. Chris Hickman will guard Cannon Coster. He has 30 tonight.
That's huge. And a lot of it's come from free throws, which is a very important stat.
Looks like they're probably going to try to hold it to the last shot. I'm just surprised if they held it and Baronic called a timeout. It'll be Koski. 25 seconds. Coster. Guarded there by Xavier Watts. They look to go inside. Ooh, he fell. Watts fell. Coster, 15 seconds. Under 10 seconds.
Something up.
Techmeyer. Working on Sharif Mitchell. 2 seconds. Up. Oh! And for the second straight year, Kearney and Omaha Burke are headed to overtime.
That's crazy. That was an intense final 30 seconds. Did you see that bump down there that Coster got from that Burke kid? I don't know if that should have been left uncalled. That was pretty.
So, we'll take a break. This game is tied at 51. We're headed to overtime between Kearney and Omaha Burke. With the start of overtime. Second consecutive overtime game for Omaha Burke. They lost 64-61 last night in overtime to Papillion La Vista. Out there for Kearney is Shiloh Robinson, Cannon Coster, Jake Techmeyer, Trey Clevenger, and Ryan Koski. Out there for Burke, Chris Hickman, Jared Rasmussen, Sharif Mitchell, Tyson Gunter, and Chris Hans. Hickman and Shiloh to tip it off. Hit it back and it will be out of bounds. And so it will go to Kearney. Mitchell left it alone thinking that Kearney hit it out. So Kearney will have the first possession to start overtime. 4-minute overtime quarters. Coster drives inside, goes up.
Triple team.
And he triple teamed it, and he got it anyway. Sharif Mitchell. Guarded by Ryan Koski, off the screen. Passes it to Rasmussen. Thought about going
to the shooter.
Back to Mitchell. One-on-one. Drives. He's going to go around. He's going to lay it up. And who's it off? Yep.
Oh, that's
probably have to agree with that call. It looked like it went off Shiloh. So it will stay with Omaha Burke. Jared Rasmussen will take it out. 3:25 left in the overtime session. Rasmussen, guarded by Clevenger, inside to Chris Hans. Back out to Mitchell. Reset the offense.
Shiloh's done a great job of defense tonight. Down low, keeping his hands up, keeping his fouls to a minimum.
He's got 3. Sharif Mitchell drives in.
Sharif
draws the foul, so he'll take 2 free throws. Or actually, they call a charge.
They called a charge.
They did.
Great play. Kearney loves that.
Absolutely loves it. Sharif Mitchell's 3rd. Ryan Koski took one for the team there. 53-51. A chance for Kearney to extend to a 2-possession game. Tyson Gunter on Trey Clevenger. Ooh, almost lost the handle of it. Techmeyer, guarded by Mitchell. Oh, nice move.
Good move.
Techmeyer goes up
and finishes.
Jake Techmeyer.
Now that was some basketball swagger right there.
He got Mitchell leaning.
And what is Sharif? Is Sharif at 4 fouls right now?
He's at 3.
3.
Tyson Gunter thought about it. Chris Hans almost stripped there by Coster. Shiloh and Sharif, kind of a mismatch. Good defense,
Great
though.
defense by Shiloh.
Great defense. Hans inside. He gets the foul on 1. Coster's second. And a chance to make it a 1-point game is Chris Hans. Just to say, though, that was great defense by Shiloh Robinson on Sharif Mitchell. Just look on paper, 6'6" versus 6 foot. And with Sharif Mitchell's explosiveness, you think that's a huge mismatch, but Shiloh did a fantastic job.
But he does have, he has long arms,
yes.
and he's not slow.
No.
So, it's in some way a good matchup because with Sharif's shiftiness, he gets by players, but Shiloh's long arms, that kind of contains him into a smaller area.
55-54 in the favor of Kearney. They have it with 2:05 here in this overtime. Off the screen, Clevenger makes the pass to Techmeyer. He's going to take it himself. Working on Gunter. Now back to Techmeyer. To Trey Clevenger. Tyson Gunter working on him, and it's Ryan Koski to Techmeyer. Techmeyer has 4 fouls. Back to Clevenger. Inside to Coster. He will slam it with authority. 57-54.
2 Coster dunks this game. It doesn't get much more exciting than that.
Sharif Mitchell for 3.
And he answers with a bank 3.
And this game is tied. Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Well, your star players gotta make star plays.
Yeah.
They went back to back right there. Techmeyer worked on by Mitchell. Mitchell wanted a call there. Koski.
He's very frustrated.
Clevenger back out to Techmeyer. 55 seconds. Tie game. We're in overtime. Oh, who are they going to call it on? They can call it on Sharif. Yes, they will. That's his 4th.
You see, I see that as an attitude thing. Maybe if Sharif wasn't as complaining about it, it might have gone the other way. But Sharif is clearly showing the refs that he's unhappy with what they're doing, and they're going to.
It cost him.
It cost him.
So, Techmeyer will take 2. Makes the first one. Pressure free throws. Koski will guard Sharif down the other end. Techmeyer makes both. Tyson Gunter, Sharif Mitchell will bring it up. 45 seconds. We'll see if they try to hold for the last shot. I would think they would try. Mitchell.
Kearney's bench.
Inside to Hickman.
Showing support.
Back out. Mitchell will take a deep 3.
No way.
No!
He won't get the bank this
Gunter
time.
with the rebound. And they foul him. Coster has a chance to make it a 2-possession games with 2 free throws. 29.4 seconds. And they're going to call it on Parker Ryan. His first. But Coster will take 2 free throws.
Coster's probably the best person you want at that line.
And he makes the first one.
What is Coster at for points?
I would say about 33, 34. Don't have the exact numbers yet. We'll give you that in our post-game show. Coster makes both.
Huge.
Sharif Mitchell. Koski went for the steal. Sharif get a drive inside.
Shiloh stand
straight up. Great defense, but Hickman gets the rebound and puts it in. Timeout Burke. Even though Hickman got the rebound, great defense by Shiloh. But it is 61-59. We'll take a break with Kearney having the ball here in overtime. Up next here on BSN. Welcome back to Kearney. 21.4 seconds to go. The Bearcats lead Omaha Burke 61-59 in overtime. The second consecutive season in which they have faced each other that have gone to overtime. Last year, Kearney won 66-64 in double overtime.
And regardless of the outcome, both teams have played a great game, and it's a very fun game to watch. Great job by both programs.
Oh, they pass it back in, and it's Clevenger back to Koski, and to Techmeyer, and he'll get fouled. So Techmeyer will take the pressure free throws with 18.4 seconds to go. And I didn't know you could have a guy come back there on out of bounds and pass to him, and then he could pass it back out.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Never seen that before. Baronic bringing out, head coach Drake Baronic bringing out everything in the playbook. Jake Techmeyer. First one. A little strong. So, the most they can lead by, though, is 3.
Will be a one-possession game.
Second one is no good. Gunter down the floor. He'll drive inside. No foul called. They'll go out of bounds off Techmeyer.
I'd say that was the right call.
Timeout Burke again. And we'll take it with them also. 12.9 seconds to go. Kearney leads 61-59. (61-59) in overtime. Kearney leads with 12.9 seconds to go. Burke call a timeout to think about what they're going to do. A 3 will take the lead for Burke, and a 2 will tie it. And we could be headed to a double overtime. And if I'm Burke, I'm probably looking for Sharif Mitchell. He's been able to hit those deep threes, but also Rasmussen has been able to hit a couple deep threes also tonight.
The ball's been in Sharif's hands for the majority of the end of the fourth quarter and overtime.
Jung back in there. I haven't seen him in a while. He's going to shoot off the rim. Good. Rebounded by Koster, and they will foul him. 6.7 seconds. 2 made free throws.
It's good execution by Burke. It was a good shot. Unfortunately, it didn't go in, but it was a good shot. Kid's hanging his head, but, I mean, that's what he had to do.
He didn't force anything. He was open. So, I think this situation, if Koster makes both, I mean, it's not impossible to come back, but with 6.7 seconds to go, it seems unlikely.
Game. Yeah.
Koster makes the first one. And timeout for Kearney High. I guess we're not the coach, but it seems to me if he calls that timeout, hey, icing Koster a little?
I mean... they can make this a 2-possession game. It'll look difficult for Burke to come back.
Faster. Made it. Mitchell down the
Have to
floor.
get a quick shot off.
And it'll be a foul. So I think actually that's a pretty smart foul by Shiloh. His fourth. I mean, that doesn't allow. And I think that's a pretty smart foul because, I mean, you make them earn those points. So Sharif Mitchell
Gonna try to make it a one-shot game.
makes the first one. So it will be a one-possession game when Kearney inbounds it. Brant Barth in for Trey Clevenger. Most likely a defensive substitution for head coach Drake Veronic. Mitchell, the back end of his 2 free throws. Second one, off the rim, back up, and this game is over. The Kearney Bearcats beat Omaha Burke 63-60 as the Rowdies swarm over Ryan Koski. What a game. It had to take overtime to decide it, and Kearney, for the second consecutive year, comes out on top in overtime, 63-60. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the postgame show. Stats, scores from around the state, and we'll send you on your way. Again, Kearney wins 63-60. Postgame show coming up.
Gosh, I keep missing.
Welcome back to Kearney, where we have the post-game show for Kearney's 63-60 overtime win against Omaha Burke. The girls lost earlier today, 28-25, but so it's a split. Girls lose, boys win. So let's give you the post-game stats. First, we'll start with the visiting Omaha Burke.
So starting off, leading scorer was Sharif Mitchell. He had an unofficial, these are all unofficial stats, he had an unofficial 25 points, 4 rebounds. He was an X-factor player for their team. We heard that, Kearney should have beaten them, whatever people think, that they should have beaten them by more, but with a player like Sharif on a team, it's hard because he has
such a dynamic player.
And then second for scoring for them is Mason Jung, the sophomore, with 10 points. And then third we have Jared Rasmussen with 8, and Chris Hickman with 6, Andrew Heinrich with 4, Chris Hans with 4, and then Xavier Watson and Tyson Gunner both with 2 for the Burke Bulldogs.
And for Kearney, again, unofficially leading the way, most likely career night, Cannon Coster, the junior, 38 points to go along with 7 rebounds. Behind him is Jake Techmeyer, the senior guard, 17 points to go along with 2 rebounds. Then the sophomore post, Shiloh Robinson, 7 points with 8 rebounds. Then Ryan Koski, 3 points, 5 rebounds. Carson Schwartz, 2 points, no rebounds. And then we got Brent Barth with 1 rebound. And again, the Kearney wins by a score of 63-60. We got Jack here with the scoring recap.
So the Bearcats started off strong. Great first half. First quarter ended up 14-10. Close game. Second quarter came in. The Bearcats crushed the second quarter, outscoring the Bulldogs 17-6 with a final score at half of 31-16. Bearcats came with it strongly. That's exactly what they wanted to do compared to last week with a slow start. And then third quarter, the Bulldogs rallied. They came back, eventually crushing the Bearcats in that quarter, 23-11, which is a whopping difference. Bulldogs seem to have found their pace. And then fourth quarter seemed to slow down a lot. It was only 9. Kearney scored 9 that quarter. Burke scored 12, evening it out at 51 at the end of the fourth, pushing it into overtime. And then scores flipped for overtime in terms of fourth. Kearney scored 12, and Bulldogs scored 9. Kearney pulled it out, won by 3.
And so just to wrap everything up, we got some scores from Class A. First, we'll start in Omaha. Elkhorn South, Class B, demolishes Fremont, 71-47. Then we stay in Omaha. Millard West defeats Grand Island, 59-52. Creighton Prep coming back and beating Lincoln East, 72-65. Then Lincoln Northeast beats Bellevue West, 75-67. Bellevue West was the one who upset Papillion La Vista earlier in the year. Then it's Lincoln Southeast beating Omaha Northwest, 70-56. Millard North winning 50-49 over Lincoln Southwest. Millard South beating Lincoln North Star 44-40. Norfolk squeaking out one against Omaha Benson 71-69 in overtime. Omaha Central beating Lincoln High 52-39. Omaha South just absolutely rocks North Platte 66-23. Omaha Bryan with a 2-point win over Omaha Westside 42-40. And Papillion La Vista coming back and beats their arch rival Papillion La Vista South 58-37. And those are your scores for Class A. And that's going to wrap up our post-game show. Jack, you got any last words?
Kearney came out with what they needed, a win, a W. And I'd say Class A, in terms of Burke losing this game, it matters, but it doesn't. I mean, it's a very open range for Class A right now in terms of rankings and where teams are at. Because there is no dominant team that is going to win every game. So these teams just got to keep working, got to get better. So Kearney's off to a better start.
So Kearney improves to 1-2, while Omaha Burke falls to 1-3. So again, the girls win, or the Kearney High girls lose 28-25, and the boys win it here in overtime, 63-60, and that wraps it up. Again, this was another Bearcat Sports Network production from myself, Jeff Ekstrom, along with my partners Josh Gerald, Jack McFadden, Jaden, and Dumi Zawaya. I'll get that name right.